I mean, it's just part of it, and now video games, where you're killing all these guys like Jocko, and you're a fucking SEAL Team 6 or something. That's a video game. I mean, and that's why the world is fucked up like it is. And that's why, praise Allah that you're here. But I mean, you realize most of the people told you you're wasting your money. Most of the people told you you're sick. I mean, I don't have to reemphasize all that, right? And I tell you, most of you are going to fail. I tell you that. But if you don't try, you can't hit it for 6 in cricket terms. Where's my cricket man? You can't hit it for 6 unless you're on the crease, right? On the pitch, on the crease.
On the crease.
On the crease. Okay. A hit it for 6 is like a home run, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You can't hit a home run unless you're in the batter's box and you swing away, right? Everybody understand that? Most of you have never been in the batter's box or on the crease. So in that regard, you really, and I'm not giving you an excuse for not being more successful, but in that regard, I can cut you a little bit of slack because you've never put yourself in a position to succeed. But it's been out of fear. Everybody in this room has had an opportunity to succeed at something. But fear has kept you back. False expectations appearing real. And on the crease. What's the stadium? Pitch is the whole area, right?
Yeah.
Crease is the area you stand where they're bowling at you.
Pitch is the sort of square strip.
Yeah.
It's like we just call it ground.
Yeah. We have a cricketer amongst. Any other cricketers in the room? Yeah. Okay. When I first came here, and I went to Lourdes for the 3, 4, whatever that long thing is. Fuck. It's about 4 in the afternoon, 3 in the afternoon, and we're all going home. Yeah. We're going back to the hotel. What for? We're going to have dinner, get up, and we'll come back tomorrow. What? Come back to see what? So many ball over, all that. Yeah. 3.5 days I'm there. I go, Jesus. That was my entree into cricket when I first came here in 1981. And Ian Botham, if I remember correctly, was hot then. And he was a fast bowler, if I recall. And they got spin bowler, all kinds of, never forget about it. Anyway, there's all kinds of things. And the stand there in front of those, what are the pegs called?
Wickets.
Wickets. The stand in front of the wickets. And with some, it used to be then, Pakistani throwing a fast bowler Pakistani or Indian. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I understand a lot of it. I understand more than I needed to understand for sure. But it was culture shock. That shocked me more than anything, going to that Lourdes that one day. I've never been back to Lourdes. Lourdes is kind of the Valhalla of cricket here. Or maybe everywhere, I don't know. It's the Valhalla. It's the premier place to engage in a cricket endeavor. Okay. But it's interesting that Bruce the Whipple, Hall of Famer, 2001, is talking to Rush Limbaugh. And Bruce understands QLA as well as anybody on the planet outside me. And he came to we met at a J. Abraham seminar in February 1993. And he came to my first seminar in May of 1993. And he came to several other seminars after that. And he's been here. And I'm putting words in your mouth, Bruce, because I know you watch this. It's incredible the lack of quality that has happened in 25 years of QLA students. And it's gone all, it's I guess it's, if I had a graph, it's parallel to the snowflakiness of the planet. The guys in the 90s that created billions, no internet, shoe leather. And they did it, the record is 120 days. The record today, internet record, I call it, should have an asterisk by it, 99 days, internet, no shoe leather. So it's only 20 days faster, 3 weeks faster. I remember going to the meetings with Bruce back in the day, and remind me, I want to tell you a story about Bruce, and even Hall of Famers make mistakes, Bruce. If you remember the bank account mistake, which I don't want to be perpetuated on YouTube, so I won't say the story on YouTube. But we all make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time still. But I err on the ruthless side. I don't err on the snowflake side. So I tend to overreact. You only have one time to make a first impression. You make a mistake, you're through. And then you go on to invent Google or something. Well, that's happened twice in 50 years. So it should happen to you. And I didn't coach the guy that invented Google from Stanford. I don't mean it, but I mean a big, big thing like that. Because I realized time is something I can't get back. Money that I lose, I can get back. Time that I waste on one of you losers, I can't get back. But because you're snowflakes, you drop out. I don't even have to throw you out now. Because you give up on yourself. Back in the 90s, nobody ever gave up. I mean, literally. In the early 2000s, from 1993 to 2003, I don't think I have had anybody quit. Not one single kid quit. Now, you may not all be here tomorrow morning. I'm serious. We have people leave during this fucking seminar. We have people don't show up for graduation because they are embarrassed because they know they're not going to use it, so they don't want a certificate. In 1993 to 2003, I couldn't beat him up with a barge pole. What does that mean in English? Couldn't beat him up with a stick. I couldn't get rid of him. And now, you're going to go home and your wife's going to say, well, I knew you weren't. I knew I wasn't going to make it anyway, so I just. From the last group, we had a letter from a Dutchman. It's not my cup of tea, or I forget how he wrote it. I only read the first 4 or 5 words. I don't have to read the fucking War and Peace diatribe, because after I got to the quit part, I don't need to read the reasons, because that's how you've lived your life, with reasons. It's like, I don't know, and I'm not promoting violence, but when your kid comes home the first time well, now the kids don't come home with bloody noses and shit, I guess, because nobody gets in fights, schoolyard fights. The last seminar we had, 3/4 of the seminar had never been in a schoolyard fight with, another little kid, had never been spanked or disciplined physically. I don't mean beating like I got, but spanked, and had never been shouted at, yelled at by their parents. No fights in school. No spanking, physical discipline, and never had their parents raise their voice to them. I can't conceive how you could go through life like that. And they wonder why they're fucked up. I'm not even going to ask this group. I can just see in your eyes, though. I can see it in your eyes. Most of the kids that come through the seminar in the last 5 years wouldn't get to the age of 15 where I was raised. They'd either be killed or beaten so that their parents had to move out of the neighborhood. Who's my 530? Who's my first? Wait a minute. Who am I seeing tonight? Raise your hands. What time?
6:30.
Oh, okay. I stand corrected.
6 o'clock.
Okay, 6. Okay. I'm going to get the Bangalore tale. Oh, shit. I mean, where in Bangalore do you live?
I live in Electronic City in Bangalore.
What's that near? I mean...
Near City Board?
Okay. So you're an upper mobile Indian. I mean, you're not a poverty-stricken Indian then.
I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm here to tell you, if he's giving you this poor poverty Indian shit, that's a lie. Oh, because this is a lot of fucking rupees to come here. How many rupees is it to come to the castle here?
15 lakhs.
15 lakhs! Holy... Well, they don't know what a lakh is. Tell them how much a lakh is.
How much a lakh is?
How much is a lakh in dollars? How many rupees in a lakh?
100,000. Yeah, 1 million.
1 million.
No, it's 10 of 1 million.
How much?
10 of 1 million.
10 off 1 million. 100,000. Okay, so 100,000 rupees. So that's 100 times 15. So then that's 1.5 million rupees. Did I do that right?
Yes.
For one.
No, to come to the seminar. So we got rich Indians here, believe me, because that's a lot of fucking rupees. That is. I remember I had a driver named Gopinath. I hope you're watching. I hope you choke. Because I found out after we left, he always used to ask me for gas money. He used to ask Sally for gas money, put petrol in the car. And so we'd give him money. And then we found out after we closed down the Indian operation that he had a gas allowance that he was collecting a lot of money out of. So this money was extra. Gopinath, I hope you choke. Because I always, and all the Indians they're poor, all of them. Do like that for me. Can you do that? They don't know what I mean. They don't know what, and they all feign poverty. They feign poverty. But if you're here, you ain't a poor fucking Indian, I tell you that for sure. Because that's a lot of fucking rupees. I mean, that's more. Well, back when I was there, you could buy a house for less than that.
Yeah, in 2006.
Yep.
That's correct.
Yeah, you could buy a fucking house. I mean, a nice house. Fuck. But they're the smartest fuck. I mean, there's smart people down there in southern India. They know how to cheat you left, right, and center. I mean, they don't even give you a chance. I mean, except you come from a background like I do, where you expect everybody to cheat. It's harder. But you just come on a white man stumbling off the fucking airport plane, they fuck you for practice. They fuck you for practice. I mean, they won't leave you with your underwear. I mean, I'll get a lot of death. No, give me a death threat, Indians. We didn't have any death threats last night, so I must not have been too harsh during my opening remarks. Any questions on anything? Remember I said, when I say, is there any questions on anything, for the people that I talked to already, and then you have an additional question, to raise your hand. Remember I said that to you? The people that I already talked to? Remember? Okay. Are there any other questions about anything?
Then I have one question.
Oh, I understand why you have a dot on your head, so that can be one of the okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'm a little bit confused about the creating dream chain.
Okay.
Okay, so
Allocating, you said, right? What was the word you used? Creating. Okay, not out. Okay.
So the first we need to create the board members, then accounting, then lawyer, or
First, chairman. If you're going to be the CEO, you're the CEO, then you want a CFO, then you want a lawyer, an accountant on the dream team, then you want two industry experts, then accountants. then lawyers, then financing, then acquisition candidates that are motivated sellers. And now the motivated seller is really motivated if he's willing to put up 100% self-finance. You know how you can buy a house, no money down, because the seller is going to do all the financing? Same with businesses. And there's plenty of people teaching you how to do no money down housing, even in Europe. But there's nobody teaching you how to do no money down buying companies. Did I answer your question?
Yeah. Next.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Next question is that where we should put ourselves, either as a CEO.
No, if you want to be CEO, most of you in this room aren't capable of being CEO. Not because you're not capable, but because you don't understand. You're just following templates, so you don't really know what the fuck you're doing. Okay, that's okay. Some of the guys on the fucking Hall of Fame follow templates, and they're billionaires now. So I mean, don't laugh. Okay. So, but I mean, depending on the industry. Now, remember when Deb described what he did about the cloud and this all? I didn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Now, some of you that are in IT understood what he was saying, but you don't have to understand. We've got guys rolling up IT that don't even know what the cloud is. I mean it. That's hard to believe. So if you want to be CEO, or at least initially try to be CEO, but probably your 1, 2, or first or second or third acquisition, a la fingers crossed, you'll find a CEO with one of the acquisitions. But most of you, I mean, you said you don't know anything. What happens when you don't know anything about the industry? That's that's down deep inside, under your skin, all your worries. Because unless you go into an area you understand, you're not going to know shit, right? Right. And so but healthcare, you don't have to know shit. Governor Scott, God bless him, my former lawyer, soon to be Senator Rick Scott, didn't know shit about healthcare. Healthcare telco. Healthcare it is, after he doesn't like this part of the story. 3.5 Bloody Marys. He more or less denies that part. But I was there, okay? And he went into healthcare. And healthcare is it's hotter now than it was then, because people like me don't want to die. We'll pay anything. I'm going to look at a stem cell deal in a couple weeks. I mean, healthcare, and the lowest hanging fruit is assisted living, which I call euphemistically bedpans. 4 old ladies in a room with a bedpan under the fucking bed, because you don't want to take care of your parents. You kick them to the curb, and you can 1,300 or 1,800 pounds, $2,500 a month. You can pay to have I'm being sarcastic now. Some fucking pervert assaults your mother in a fucking arrest home, and that happens, and you're still going to put your mother in a rest home. So don't act so fucking indignant. But assisted living, bedpans. Okay, did I answer your question?
Yeah, that answered no.
Okay, what's the next one?
Next one is that you said that first you acquire some companies, and during the acquisition, you find a CEO. Then after, where we should put ourselves in the team?
Well, they should have put you to sleep a long time ago. How old are you?
35.
Okay, 25 years ago, they should have put you to sleep. They should have put you down like a fucking old dog. Okay, you're the founding director. You're founder. That's your title, founder. And now with the Google guys, and now it's popular to be a founder. It's not only it's quasi legitimate now to be a founder, because a lot of the kids that are the founders of these companies don't have any capabilities, and they don't have any desire that they want to run the companies. Okay, YouTube, thank you.